Timothy, how you doing? I think you're looking pretty good here. The portfolio's coming along nicely. There's a couple of things I think that I need to comment on. And one of the main things I think is a really still a pretty big issue with your portfolio is that you're not showing a good understanding of branding. And let me show you what I mean by that. It's not a major thing at all. It's going to be a really easy fix. And once I describe it, I think it's going to make a really good sense to you. Okay, so here you have your letterhead. And in your letterhead, presumably your letterhead is designed on using your company logo, right? And we've established that through the weeks. So here you have your company logo, Timothy Penn's Design. But then you've got this address underneath it, kind of just floating right underneath your logo. And then you have another address over here. So it's immediately confusing what's going on here. Whose addresses are these? Do you see what I'm saying? Another thing, I would never send out a correspondence out of my studio without a date and without a proper closing salutations. And that's just proper business etiquette. It's really, really important that you get that down. Okay, so then as I was saying, I was talking about branding. So you've got this logo tucked up right, or this address tucked right up underneath your logo. And then over here, presumably this is your logo, right? So we jump over here, and it is. So you're introducing your portfolio with your logo right there, all right? So that's your logo. So remember when I started, I said I'm having some issues with your understanding of branding. That's your logo. That's it. We come down here to your letterhead, and your logo has changed on your personal identity. You've already established your logo, and now you've changed it. You've changed it by sneaking this address right underneath there. Just see what I'm saying? Just see how that kind of it challenges the validity of your branding because it's not consistent. And so in terms of branding, it would be considered something that would definitely need to be addressed. And in terms of consistency, it's something that is pointing to, in your portfolio, you're indicating to the potential employer or portfolio reviewer that you don't have a complete understanding of the branding process. It's very important, Timothy. It really is. Your logo is your logo. You know, just like any branding project, you want to keep things away from your logo. You don't want to go tucking up any addresses, or you don't want to add an address to your logo. That's your logo. That's it. Hope I'm making sense. Let's jump to corporate design. Page size is great. Mechanics is good. However, corporate design, as we can see over here, you have your choices to choose either an identity package or a logo sheet. So an identity package would be 2 items from the following existing company. That means it's the same company. So you pick a company that you've designed: a letterhead, a business card, a label, and a business envelope, as well as a style guide, environmental graphics, and a logo sheet. Right here, you're showing 2 different logos for your corporate design, and one of them's yours. So can you see how this is not a good indicator of corporate design, as this represents that requirement in the portfolio? Okay. This looks great. Book cover looks great. You don't have to put that logo on there. I'm not real sure why that would. Well, I do see why you're putting it there, but don't. It doesn't work. It's not working. I would take that logo off. It's a beautiful book cover. It looks fantastic. The only thing, though, is that typically when you have a book, you have the front cover, and then you have the spine, but the spine graphics are usually facing this way. So that if the book were to tip, we were seeing a book on a table and it's on looking at the front, you can read the spine if it's visible. Here, if the book were on a table laying with the face up and you looked at the spine, it would be upside down. Okay? Collateral design pages look good. Pages look good, man. Okay, I think you're looking really good here as far as your work goes. I mean, I have never had a problem with your work. That's why I haven't really been commenting much about your work, because I think you're doing well. Your work is well, being presented very well. I'm more concerned about presentation, and that's why I've been concentrating on that. And I'm liking what I'm seeing here for the most part. I think you're doing very, very well. Why would this be a different size, this one right here? And why would this be off center? See what I'm saying? You've got this establishes your boundary. That should be aligned with the top there. And then all three of those boxes should be the exact same size. Wouldn't that make sense? I think so. Great job including your credits page. Okay, I'm going to go through and make sure, do an inventory and make sure everything's present and accounted for. And that'll leave you just a written synopsis of if anything you're missing or what needs to be included, and that will be in with your post. All right. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me. This is it next week. This is it, final presentation. So, please get with me if you have any questions, comments, concerns whatsoever. Or if anything I'm saying in these videos doesn't make sense to you, please let me know. And please don't forget and feel free to look at the videos of your classmates and go back through the weeks. For sure, you're going to find some things in there that'll help your presentation and make you understand some things. So, it's reasonable to assume that comments made in somebody else's video will pertain to your work as well. So feel free, have at it. And again, this is it next week. All right, good job. Any questions, let me know. Thanks, Timothy.